What's your name and what grade are you in?
Hi, my name's Tess and I'm in 7th grade.
So do you have any teachers that pick groups?
Yeah, in industrial problem solving, they're there. Like every project you work with a group.
Okay, and how does your teacher pick groups, or how did the groups get formed?
Well, there are table groups that we sit at. Like every day we go to our table group. And we usually, like when we do the project, we just sit with our table and that's our group. Because we get to pick our table groups like at the beginning of the year, and yeah.
So you're in the same table group for the whole year?
Yeah.
So what if you're new?
Well, it's not the whole year, it's just that class is only one marking period.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay, so the groups are set from day one because you all walked into class and got in a group. So what if you didn't know anybody in that group? Or what if you were new or you didn't know anybody?
Yeah, that wouldn't be.
Who would you end up sitting with?
Well, I mean, there are some groups that like people just like go to because there's like 3 groups of boys and 3 groups of girls. So I mean, if they're a girl, they'll probably go with a girl. If they're a boy, they'll probably go with a boy. But like, if they're new, it's really, really like embarrassing and difficult to do because you don't know who to go with. But I mean,
okay.
The teacher will probably tell you if you're like late or whatever, you could just go with something. But I mean, yeah, that's not.
So when you do these group projects, how do you pick groups to work in?
Well, you do it, as I said, you do it with your table group.
Okay, so the teacher says everybody get with you just assign a table group, but...
Well, he says we're doing the new project and we do the groups, but it's not like you go across the room and say, like, you know, you give them the eye, you're like, let's work together. You're working with your group.
Okay.
But then the groups that don't have enough, that have too many people, one person has to go to a group that doesn't have as many. Because, like, my group has 4 people and one group has 5. But then another group has 3, so the 5, someone has to go to the 3.
So who said that? The teacher says somebody has to go to
because you can't have that
So
many
he just
people.
says, he doesn't tell who, he just says somebody has to go there?
Yeah, he says, and they pick someone.
Okay.
The table group picks someone, which I found was really odd.
Huh. Yeah, that is. Okay, so so tell us what happened in this particular case, in this class with this girl who's being excluded.
Okay, well, so the first day, like, they picked the table groups, and there was a table of 5, and then there was a table of 3 and a table of 4, and someone from the 5 couldn't come to us because we had 4, but I mean, I'd rather have them because I thought it'd be fun because I'd talk to them and I'd welcome them, but we couldn't do that, so they had to go to someone with they had to go to the 3 group. And what I found really weird was that one of the girls, I asked one of the girls the next period and said like, I find it really weird that Katie is always the one that goes over, and she's like, yeah, well, one of the other girls in the group always picks her to go. Which I find really weird.
She says you have to go?
She says yeah, which I don't like at all.
Okay.
And yeah, I was like, I find that really weird. Like I don't want to get into the situation, but I want to make sure that like Katie doesn't feel upset because I know I would hate being in that position, so I want to help her.
So so basically the teacher lets the kids figure that out? Who's going to go in what group? Okay. So then tell us about this one group where Katie, who has to go to this other group, I mean, are the group that she goes to, are those her friends?
No, at all. Not at all. The group that she's with is her friend, but she just, I don't know.
But the group that she works at the project with, are they the same?
They're not her friends at all. They're like popular, and not popular. It's like 3 girls that are like kind of in the middle, you know, but they're kind of like, I don't want to say it because it's a bad word, but they're really, really mean.
Okay.
They're mean to her and they're exclusive, and I just don't like it.
Okay.
I get really upset, and I just don't want. And they're like, "What's wrong?"
So tell me
Talk.
what kinds of things they do to exclude her. Like, how does it make? What did they do that makes her feel so bad?
Well, they'll just be going over to like because it's like, you know, industrial problem solving. They use like wood and stuff you have to cut, and they go, well, not like cut, but you know, cut the wood. So they go over to, they'll go over, like, she'll volunteer. She'll be like, just to be nice, she'll be like, okay, can I use this? She'll be like, okay, I'll cut this piece of wood. And she'll go over to a group, and then she'll go over with like another group, but like to the structure, what's it called, like thing. And then she'll go start doing it, and she'll be by herself doing it, where your whole group is supposed to be all together. So she'll be doing it by herself while the rest of her group is at another station doing something else.
So what does the teacher do?
I mean, the teacher like doesn't. I don't think the teacher really notices it, but it's really in my eye that I always see it every day, and that's why I always try to say something to them. Because I could say something to the teacher, that'd just be drama, and I just want to say it straight to their faces so they can.
And so what do you
all
say to
of
them?
I'm like kind of close to them. Like I'm not close to them, but I know them. Like they're near my locker, and I'm always telling them, "Be nice, be nice."
But when
then
you
back-
tell them to be nice, does that work?
No, I say do this. Just please talk to her. Do something. Like I tell them. I always tell them what they do wrong. I'm like, she's by herself. Like, I confront them.
Okay. And that you don't think the teacher notices?
So,
And you don't want to tell the teacher because
I'm kind of crazy in the class. Like, I mean, I'm not like that kind of person that's like, you know.
well, you said
like,
something, but it might cause some drama or something.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't really want it to cause drama. If I go right to the teacher, if I know the girls, I could just go up to their faces and just be like, guys, you should fix this. Instead of going to the teacher, and then he'd have to do all that. I just go, I think that's
Okay.
easier to just tell them.
Okay. Thank you very much, Tess.
You're welcome.